Okay, so let's welcome Jason and Dawn from Beyond the Grave Paranormal Investigations out of New York. Yay!
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Sarah.
And welcome to 13 Questions with PXL, although I'm not sure if we'll get to the full 13 questions because you guys had a pretty awesome weekend, so I hear.
Yeah. Yep.
I definitely want to hear about that.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we went to the Lizzie Borden Bread and Breakfast in Fall River, Massachusetts. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting time. I mean, the place is like stepping back into time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job of recreating what the house.
That is awesome. Is that your guys' first time at that location?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So was it just, did you guys go with the intentions of doing an investigation, like a full investigation, or just kind of visiting?
Well, we went with the intention to investigate at least our room, because we didn't know upon arriving how many people would be there, who would be there, if other people would be doing the same thing we were doing, so you don't want to encroach on
Right.
the people's space. But it worked out pretty good because there wasn't anybody that came that had equipment or was doing it. So we pretty much had the full run of the whole house.
It was only 5 people other than us that were there, and one of them was a small child. She was
Oh, wow.
8 or 9.
Just at least 10.
10 maybe?
At least 10 or 12.
And they went up in the attic. We were up in the attic, and we were doing our thing. We had all our equipment and everything going. And they came upstairs, and they're like, oh, wow, is anybody up here? And we were like, yep, it's us. They came in, they saw what we were doing.
And she had a little girl had a lot of questions. I'm like, want me to show you how this works?
They do.
And then they went from room to room.
Right, and the room that we were in was known to have little small children playing with there and toys and everything else. And we're like, this might actually work out. We can use her some ghost bait or something.
Yeah,
you know?
well, yeah.
You know? But
That is awesome.
She wanted to try, and she wanted to see what we had and what everything was and how it worked. And she had her own little equipment she came with, and it's kind of cute. Tag along with us for the whole night. And
That is awesome.
They had an EMF reader. That's what they had, their EMF thing.
Yeah, she had a little voice recorder, but I don't think she used it.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
So they wound up, there was three girls, and then they were from New Jersey, and then a couple from Florida came up. And they kind of hung out with us the rest of the night. We just kind of went room to room for the rest of the night. And we got a ton of activity down in the parlor where Andrew was murdered. Tons. I mean, the REM pod was going bananas. It was just going off.
And mind you, I didn't make a peep anywhere else in the house at all night. But as soon as we got to that room, it didn't matter what we did, where we put it, what we were asking. It was just constant.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen her do that before.
No.
It's very weird.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
You guys were like super excited. That's awesome. I do want to get out there sometime and see that.
Yeah, the guys that were hanging out with us, the ladies, especially the little girl, she's like, this must be him. And it really made her night. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Aw. That's cute when you run into kids that are intrigued with the paranormal, I think, and they ask, their little questions, and they're just so cute. Because, like, when we had Amanda and Scott come up, and she had brought her little girl, and she just ran that thing. She ran the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But she knew what she was doing and what she was asking and what she had to do. And it's just so cool, I think, to watch kids get so involved.
Yeah, this little girl, she was asking questions right along with us and asking us how things work. But she kept throwing questions out for them to see if they would react to her. So she was really involved.
Yeah.
She was probably the most involved. All the adults.
Aww.
She was very into it. And they just came in from Salem. They were actually, because I know you like Salem.
I do.
Yeah, and that's where they were coming from. They just came from Salem, and they had readings done and everything else. And
Yeah.
the girl was told that she was clairvoyant through one of the psychic mediums who did her reading.
Oh, wow.
And she's telling us all about stories.
Since she was 2 years old,
Mm-hmm.
she was seeing ghosts and talking to ghosts and spirits, you know, in her house and everything like that.
That's why I was like, you want to come try some of the stuff?
Right, come with us. Come play. How fun. So did you guys plan that trip for a while?
Yeah, a couple months, at least a few months.
Yeah, we booked it a while ago, a few months ago.
Booked it a few months ago. It was definitely on our bucket list. You know, it's a 3-hour ride, so you know what, we're going to go out there and spend the night. Hopefully we can check out, you know, a lot of the rooms. Hopefully a lot of the rooms will be available. And they were. We had every single room that we could investigate. We didn't get to them all.
Right.
We ran out of time because we were getting so much activity down in the parlor that we never wound up going to the basement, but the parlor was just off the charts with activity, you know. Actually, upstairs in the attic, we did hear a big loud thump right in front of us. Dawn was sitting on the floor. I was sitting in the chair. We were talking. This is before they came up into the room.
They were up. They weren't home.
They weren't even. Yeah,
They weren't even back at that point.
They all went out. They all went out to dinner. And they come in, and we heard a thump. Like we're before they came in, we were like just sitting around trying to have a conversation, trying to communicate, and then we hear what sounded like a child jumping off of the bed. And this is
wow.
The child. Yeah, and it was this.
You could feel it hit the floor, right
between us, and the whole floor just like vibrating. It was over.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then right outside our bedroom, we heard the footsteps. We heard phantom footsteps, and that's a common thing at the Lizzie Borden is Andrew Borden going up and down. And we
stayed in his bedroom.
We stayed in his bedroom, so we could hear them going up and down the stairs, and it was clear as day.
So you guys were able to sleep?
Yeah.
I'm okay with sleeping in places like that.
I slept better there, I think, than I did at the Shanley Hotel, because when we did our investigation at the Shanley, I was hearing residual piano music playing.
Oh, wow.
While I was trying to sleep, so that kind of, I didn't get a good night's sleep that night.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is so cool. I'm so happy you guys got to go there. That's definitely on my list. My list is so long.
Ours too. I think it's a really nice, it's a good one to do at least once.
Okay. Yeah.
At least make it at least once to have the experience to say you went there, because.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yeah. I'd go back. I would definitely go back.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So how many are in your guys' crew? Is it just you two? Awesome. That is so great. I was actually on another podcast this past weekend up at Paracon, and we were talking about crews and stuff like that. And cause I was telling him how I just put this 13 questions with PXL together, just so I've learned so much, and that's essentially why I started it. But hearing from people that come from like husband and wife that do it to a crew of like 15, and just the different ways and what works for them, and it's every story has been so different, and I've been able to take things away from each story, you know, and be like, oh wow, that makes sense, you know. It's super cool.
Yeah, that's the same thing we get too when we're networking and talking with other groups too.
Yeah.
We're all different, but we're all kind of have a lot in common.
Some people like the old school ways, some people like all the new technology and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever works, I guess. Whatever application, you're going to get different activities using different equipment. Sometimes, you know, the millimeter or the REM pod might not be working. You know, like at the Lizzie Borden, it wasn't working upstairs, but boy, it was going bananas downstairs. Depends on where you are and where they are.
Yeah, it's crazy. So how long you guys been doing this?
5 years.
About 5 years?
Yeah, I think 2014 we went on our first together.
Okay.
Yeah, and just decided to do an official formal.
Yeah.
This April.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's pretty new as far as that goes.
I mean, we were just out doing ghost tours, ghost hunts with other groups, and you know, investigations with other groups and teams and things like that. And we're like, you know what? Why don't we just why don't we just make our own team? Just you and I. We got a Facebook page. We got a YouTube channel. We got a website. We got
other people.
And work with other groups and other people. And and it's been successful so far. So
that is great. I love hearing success stories.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What have you guys always been like intrigued with paranormal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was one of those kids you grow up and you see things all the time, and it was always prevalent. It was always around. My family was always talking about it because we all had these experiences growing up. So
yeah,
it's just because like second nature to me.
Right. Makes sense. Now, do you remember your first paranormal experience, both of you?
I don't know if I remember my first, only because I was so young. I remember a lot of things mixed together, so I don't know what happened.
Right.
You know, because I have so many childhood memories.
Yeah.
With all kinds of experiences.
Right.
But the one thing that comes to my mind is I remember having a hard time falling asleep in my room because I used to tell my mother that the people in my room were being too loud, and I couldn't sleep, or I was having to pull the blanket over my head so that I wouldn't see them, or they wouldn't, wake me up and stuff like that.
Right.
I do remember that distinctly. I cannot remember how young I was, but I do remember being like, there's too many people in my room, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Out, like leave me alone. I was really, really good.
Yeah.
But do you have anything to say?
No. Yeah, I mean, just most recently at the Shilling Hotel, I had my shirt pulled twice. That was probably the closest like paranormal experience. I mean, as far as seeing things, like when I was a child, no, nothing like that.
Okay.
I was never a skeptic. I was always intrigued by it. I was always a believer. But I was never really into it. And once Dawn and I got together, she kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things. She has a lot of experience in that field, in that whole realm, and her studies and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of opened my eyes and kind of opened the door to a lot of things, and which has helped me.
Yeah, we went from there.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
We are now.
Oh, that's good. A lot of people don't have experiences, even as investigators. That's why they're out there investigating. I mean, that's, some of the answers that I've gotten. I've never had one, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think that's great too. Like my daughter, when Scott and Amanda were up, she had her first experience, and she's 17, and it left her in tears. She didn't know how to take it. There was a little girl, that's what the mediums had said that we had with us, that was attached to the location that we were at. Well, she came and she kept touching my daughter's arm. And my daughter was like, and I had the IR camera going, and nobody else could see anything, but you can tell that moment when she felt something, because we were actually all in a circle. We were standing around Amanda's daughter, and Amanda's daughter actually looked at her and said, "Are you okay? Like, this is dark." Destiny didn't say anything because she was real quiet at first. She's like, and I had noticed her crying. I was like, "Honey, what happened?" And she's like, "Mom, something touched me." And I was like, "It's okay. Don't be afraid." I told her we were around the right people and everybody was there. It can be a scary experience for sure.
When you're not expecting it too,
Yeah. Exactly. And that's what she was pretty much a skeptic, and that's why she wanted to come along with us. And then she's like, "I believe, Mom, I believe." I was like, "I knew you would. I knew it."
Yeah.
That's funny. So what's on your bucket list for locations? Like, let's say money wasn't a problem. You got somebody just came up to you and said, one place, you get 24 hours in one place. Where would it be?
I'll give you two. I love two. Only because they're somewhat near each other, and we already discussed.
We want to go?
Yeah. We want to go to Kentucky and go to Waverly Hills and Bobby Mackey's. So those are two.
Sorry.
You okay?
Darn water. Oh my goodness.
Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Yeah, it did.
I think so.
Gets me every time.
Uh,
Let me know when you guys go there. That's definitely on my list. I know that, both of those.
Yeah.
Actually, Waverly, I looked into that. That's a long list of waiting time
Yeah.
on that. But you get a couple crews together. I mean, brings down the price. But
yeah, we already told Scott and Amanda that they need to make it happen. We're all got to do it together.
Right.
No, like, we'll just pool together and we'll go.
We'll go together.
They're a lot closer than we are.
Yeah.
To get in there, but.
Oh, right.
But they're coming all the way up here in October, late October, doing an investigation with us. I'm in Trinity. They're coming up from Long Island, and we're doing that investigation at Fort William Henry to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
And we always wanted to go up there and do one, and we found out that we could get in. We got permission, and then we were telling everybody else, and like, well, why don't you come too? And then we're like recruiting people to come and do it, because it's a pretty big fort, and
it's big, and it's just
you don't need the opportunity.
Yeah, and it's just her and I, and it's a big fort, and there's a lot of ground to cover. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, the more eyes, the more ears, the more equipment, cameras, and everything else.
And the
for sure.
To actually work.
With everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're definitely looking forward to it, because we got the whole place to ourselves.
Oh, that is awesome.
From the time they finish with their last ghost tour, it's 9 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning. We have the whole place.
Oh, wow. That is exciting. I'd be excited. Yay.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Oh my gosh. What would you say your best experience is so far?
As far as like a place?
Yeah. Like
in here.
Yeah.
We love the Stanley Hotel in Napa, New York. That is our favorite. That's why we're hosting our event there, because we went there in May.
Yeah, that's May.
And it is the most active location I've been to.
Okay.
That we've been to so far, and
sweet.
Quite a few places, but
I can't say enough about the place. Honestly, it's we had so many experiences, and you know, being touched, you know, hearing piano music, hearing footsteps, crazy EVPs like clear as day.
Oh wow.
Very highly intelligent.
Very intelligent
communication there.
Ridiculous.
Oh wow.
So interesting is because they do answer you.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
And there's nothing evil, demonic, or anything crazy.
Right.
I mean, there's a few characters, I'll say, at the place, which is language, but it doesn't evil, you know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We got calls to names.
Oh, good fun.
You gotta have a little bit of fun, even if you're a ghost.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if they were like that in life, and they still have the same personality, you know?
Right. Pranksters, jokesters, yep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just really liked it there.
Nice. I'll have to put that on the list.
It's in history, too, because there's a lot of history before it, but like, you know, in the 20s with the prohibition and the, you know, with the bordello and everything there, and there's things that happened before that and after, but,
right.
It has a lengthy history. It was built in the 1800s, and it's been a hotel through several owners over the course of that time, so there's a lot that goes into it, but
right.
A lot of people.
Nice.
Yeah. There was one crazy EVP I was going to tell you real quick. They had it wasn't when we were there, but the Shanley shared it, and I shared it and everything else. They're all sitting around the table like, who wants cake? Who wants cake? And they had a recorder going, and all you heard was this little girl's voice, who's the child spirit that resides there. Her name's Rosie. All you can hear, you hear clear as day, I want cake too. It was like nuts.
She talks.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's
puppy
like
dog.
3.
Puppy
we
dogs.
asked her when we were there if she liked puppy dogs or kitty cats, right? And she said puppy dogs.
She goes, puppy dog.
Like answered intelligently.
Like
puppy
boom,
dogs.
just like that.
Oh my gosh.
Going off off and on command, an interactive ball.
Yeah.
We're playing with the children that reside there.
Mm-hmm.
They're hitting the ball. Things are rolling, flashlight roll, this roll. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
And going off, I continue to turn up, and, you know, if you turn that flashlight off, boom.
Oh.
And then it would go on, okay, could you do me a favor, turn that off, boom, done. Shuts off. I mean, intelligent responses, like, quick responses.
That's why.
Wow.
Yeah. It places off
a lot of interaction there.
Yeah, love it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is awesome. What is your guys' favorite piece of equipment that you use?
I don't like to use too much equipment myself because there's one of those things. There's a lot of people, you know, everybody wants to record what they're doing, but I don't like focusing on the camera because then I tend to focus too much on the screen and I'm not paying attention to everything that's going on in your
right.
and around you. And being that sometimes I occasionally say things, I want to be looking. You know, around me. So I don't want to be focused on equipment, but I do like, my favorite that we have is the millimeter with the REM pod, because I can put it off to the side, you know, forget about it and talk and watch things, and it will let me
still be in the experience of the whole thing.
Right, because I don't like to be looking at a screen of any kind, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of free to do what I want.
Oh, for sure.
I like the REM pod. You know, that's probably one of my favorites. The REM pod, voice recorder. You know, because when you're hearing something coming through that you don't hear with your ears, it's just, kind of blows you away, you know. And
oh, for sure.
That, the REM pod, and probably the Phasma box. I mean, it's equipment, but, you know, we get a lot of intelligent communication through that, so it's like the Echo box.
Yeah, nice. With that being said, what is on your equipment bucket list?
SLS camera?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
We don't have enough SLS camera.
That'd be nice to have.
That would be nice.
Make it.
Something and
we have two of them, and we made them.
Have you made them?
Yes. You can make it for half the price, then you can order the cheapest one.
Really?
Wow. Well, now
yes.
we can go get one.
Yes, I actually talked to Scott and Amanda about it because I know Scott wants one too, and when they came up, we showed them ours. And the couple that I have on my crew, they made theirs first, and then they put theirs on like a, I want to say gun, but that's essentially what it looks like, you know, on the bottom. I'm trying to, like a handle, so you can, you know, do this. But they always complained of it being so heavy, so I'm like, okay, and I started making one, and I kind of built mine kind of like in a basket. I put it in a basket, and I wear a thing around so I can do this, and then if I want to set it down and have it stationary, it'll do that, because actually what I learned messing around with it is the Kinect's camera actually goes up and down, so you don't have to do this. You have control on your tablet screen to do it.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, really, I think what people have the hardest time finding, like if you don't have an Xbox 360 Kinects, is finding just the Kinects. But I found mine on Marketplace on Facebook for $10.
Oh shit.
And then all you need the Kinects, a Windows tablet, and a battery pack.
Okay.
And then boom,
Look at that.
you got it.
Well, that's why it's like our next on our list, because there are times where you think you feel something, or I'm not sure if I'm seeing something, but to be able to have another way to try to verify what you're
feeling. To say that back you up. Yeah.
So that's pretty much why I want to try to get one of those.
Be able to map it up. You know?
Yeah. I'll message you guys later. I'll let you know what you need.
That sounds
we'll
perfect.
check it out.
Yeah, that's why I was telling them it's so much cheaper, because I was like, man, I want one of these, but I'm never going to be able to afford one, because there's other little things that I want to get for the crew and, you know, things like that. And I'm like, oh man. But I was like, I can find a Kinects anywhere. My nephews had one, but somebody lived closer to me and they were like $10. I'm like, really? Sweet. So
that tells me.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it ended up, everything together, it was like $200.
Yeah.
But it's not bad for what you're getting. The cheapest one I found online was, I think, $400 starting out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you know, the other thing that, too that I saw, which is $400, which I really like. It was the Paranormal music box. You know, the little box with the wind up, you know, and it makes it. I think it's creepy shit, but I want one.
Yeah, that's on our wish list too. I know my girl Julie and I from the crew were like, we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out. We love making our own stuff. So.
Yeah. I just want like an old antique jewelry box too, just to take collect like trigger out type things, you know?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do we look like glowing because the sun is?
You did a little bit.
I moved forward. I'm blocking it now. It does just shift it outside just enough to come through the window right where we don't.
Can you see us okay? Mm-hmm. Am I too close?
Yes. Nope, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I want to like try to collect like trigger object things, and one of them is just like an old antique music box or something because you never know those things.
Yeah, I thought of that too. Like,
yeah.
Just the ones, because I got like the little ones you wind and. Yeah.
Or even to turn it on to try to entice them because, you know, music and old toys playing and stuff sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Come out, so I just want to get a regular one.
So, what would you, I don't want to say, do you guys have any advice for new crews or somebody that's maybe thinking about starting a crew or anything like that? What's your advice for people?
I would say networking with people who've been doing it a while.
Yeah.
You know, ask questions and you know, don't think that you can't go out with other teams too. Mm-hmm. You know, you learn a lot from working with other groups, and don't think you know that you know it all. Yeah, because you'll never know it all.
Don't claim that you know. Nobody knows it all.
Nobody's an expert.
There's no because nobody really knows.
So that's my advice.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
Yeah. You have anything to add?
No, just ask questions, network, just like you said. I would say start with the basics. You know, I mean, you don't really need a whole lot to get started. We didn't have hardly anything. We just kind of started piecing it together bit by bit, and now we still don't have all the stuff we want. I mean, we don't really
for sure.
Arsenal of stuff, but I mean, we have enough, and we can get some pretty good evidence with it. So it's been working.
Right. Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
I had questions, but I have them right in front of me. Oh, I got one. What is the farthest location you guys went to, like to travel to go to an investigation?
Gettysburg. Yeah. We love Gettysburg.
That is, other than the family, we've been to Gettysburg many, 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 many times. We go there
nice.
a lot. Yeah. This is the first year we have not gotten to go. Yeah. But we usually go 2, sometimes 3 times a year.
Okay.
Because he does reenacting.
Okay, that's awesome.
He's also a reenactor with 125th New York.
Yeah. And I got to sleep on the Gettysburg battlefield behind the Pennsylvania Monument on the battlefield.
They don't allow that except
for they don't allow people.
Wow.
Sleep on the battlefield. So
I've had a lot.
That was pretty crazy. That was under the full moon, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And in a Civil War tent though, like it's period appropriate.
Oh yeah, everything
it's not
is
like
right.
Yeah, it's 1800s living outside.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't have any equipment because we're not obviously. You know,
that was my next question.
You know, ghost hunting or doing investigations while I'm trying to be living in, you know, 1863.
Technically, you're not looking at 1863. After that, it's like banned from camp. But, but we've been down there many times, and I've had so many paranormal experiences down there. I think just about every time we went down.
She was at the cannon fire. I couldn't hear it. She could hear it. We're on the battlefield, Pickett's Charge. And she could hear this residual boom, this cannon fire going off.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with
there was no freaking cannons going off.
Battle of Gettysburg. If you're not familiar with Gettysburg or the battlefield or any of what happened in those 3 days, they don't allow that stuff on the actual battlefield. Anytime you do like reenactments with the gunfire, it's always done like a mile or 2 away because the battlefield is preserved. So there's going to be nobody doing reenactments shooting off cannons, and there's nobody walking around on the actual battlefield doing drills and shooting their guns.
Well, not
on a basis.
Well, not on a regular basis.
Not on a regular basis, but you can see them if they're doing it, right? So, but definitely not cannons.
No.
And on the third day, on the Confederate side, there was this big, long cannonade that lasted for several hours, where they were, the Confederates were blasting before they did take a charge. And I'm standing out there, and I'm like, you don't hear that? And he's like, no. I'm like, fire.
No,
like,
I didn't hear anything.
I can hear it because we were standing right on the line
You
where...
can hear shit I cannot hear.
Right.
Oh, cannons, you know?
What do you mean, cannons? Yeah.
You could hear drum. I could hear drums.
Oh, yeah, the
hear,
drums. Oh, my God, yeah.
Bugle and drum calls and stuff. It's very moving, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
We stayed at the Farnsworth House. That one year we went down there, we stayed at the Farnsworth House. This is supposedly the second most haunted bed and breakfast in the United States, they say. It's definitely on the battlefield.
It's on, yeah.
It's right on the battlefield. We stayed overnight. We stayed 3 nights there.
There's bullet holes still in the building.
Yeah.
From that.
Oh my gosh.
Over 100 bullet holes you can still see. It was the Confederate straw hole. They had snipers shooting out the attic. I mean,
wow.
It was just hospital. Like, it's anything and everything you could have done with that. It was used for. And we slept there.
Yeah.
I was laying in the bed, and he wasn't in the room, and somebody banged my bed while I was laying on it. I had a green glowing thing in the corner in the middle of the night. It woke me up.
Oh, wow.
Back before we got anything to actually do it. We were just down there on a visit just to check it out. And I'm like, there's stuff going on. Our door would open.
Yeah. This was back when we just wanted to go down there just to check out the battlefield because we're both buffs.
Yeah.
You know, we're both we're history nerds.
That was our first time down there.
That is awesome.
And we wanted to go on ghost tours and, you know, things like that. And
for sure.
It
And
was a cool place.
Pretty wild. Well,
wow.
Down there with so much activity, so much history. The place is a hotbed, paranormal hotbed.
And the battlefield is huge.
It's huge.
You can investigate a different spot of the battlefield.
51,000 deaths in 3 days. I mean, it's got to leave a mark. And a lot of
for sure.
You know,
so that'd be a pretty intense place. I would think.
Oh God, yeah.
To go, especially for like a psychic medium or.
It can be a little overwhelming.
Like that, yeah.
I walk in at night in the dark, ticket charge. You know, like, do you see that? He's like, no. I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, we went down there on our honeymoon. I don't know if I told you this before, but we went down. We got married last year on Halloween, October 27th, and we went on a haunted Halloween honeymoon. We called it a haunted Halloween honeymoon down to Gettysburg.
And did overnight investigations with some paranormal groups
down
from Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we did for our honeymoon.
We did 5 different investigations on October 30th, and then again on Halloween night. The 30th into the 31st, which is Halloween, and then we did a few more on the 31st on Halloween into the 1st, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. What an awesome honeymoon. I know, I'm getting married next month, and I am.
Congrats.
Actually, less than a month, the 21st. I don't get to do nothing. He said our podcast and investigation stuff is not to be around. Because he does a true crime podcast.
Okay.
Nice.
We need a break. Yeah, I guess. I'm actually going up north again this weekend with the family, and he told me I had to leave all the equipment behind. I was like, I have my list of stops already. What do you mean I have to leave it behind? I have to take it when I got the chance. But I'll compromise, I guess. Well, that's awesome. I would love to get out to Gettysburg. I know my brother's been out there a lot. He's huge into history, but I cannot get him to get into investigating, and I wish I could. I think
one of the reasons why we did because we love history so much. We study a lot of history too, just because we want to. It's like, well, what on TV? What kind of documentaries can we buy? Like, what? Because that's what we like to watch.
If we're not watching Travel Channel, we're watching history or something.
Yeah.
Right. See, I didn't realize that I even liked history until getting into this. I never paid attention in school. I'm like, oh my God, history. Now I'm like a sponge for it because I'm like, oh my God, and this and this and this. And a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, that we're just not out there trying to catch a ghost. Like, that we're learning the whole time in so many different aspects. I think it's just great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. I think it's fun. And I get to meet awesome people like you guys, and I've met so many amazing groups so far. It's been great. And learning the different ways and different locations, and because that's why I wanted to, at least when I first started this, get groups, at least one group from each state to hear about, their favorite locations in their state, because you're going to get different stories that way and all the different history of the places.
There's a lot of history in New York because not only do we have Fort William Henry that we're not that far from, which is French Indian War, but a lot of Revolutionary War stuff happened right here.
Yeah.
Battle of Saratoga.
Battle of Saratoga, Revolutionary War. That's only 20 minutes away from us.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Walked it and hiked it, and it's very, very interesting. Fort Edward has a lot of history.
Pretty active.
With that, which is connected to the fort as well. And then just right here in Rensselaer, where we live, was a British
fort.
Run
okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Right in the city. And actually the song Yankee Doodle Dandy was written in Rensselaer right here.
Oh wow. That's neat.
The British are making fun of the
right.
Because this is the British.
She's impressing me. She's geeking out right now.
I'm a history geek. I'm gonna tell you. But anyway, that was written right here in Rensselaer.
Yeah, like a mile away.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Learn something new every day. Neat.
Stuff here.
Yeah, we grew up in the home of Uncle Sam, Troy, New York. We grew up in Uncle Sam,
And I don't know how many people have heard of him.
Uncle
from
Sam?
New York.
I'm sure people know who Uncle Sam is.
Who knows who Uncle Sam is? Anyway, he's buried here.
Yeah, he's buried.
Oh, okay.
In the cemetery that we got married in.
You guys got married in a cemetery too?
Yeah.
God, I'm so jealous.
Oh, you mean you're not?
We had a whole...
You're not getting married in a cemetery? Oh, man.
Oh, look at the face.
No, I have to keep all my ghosts and stuff outside.
Oh.
It's a rule.
I was actually really close. We got married in the cemetery, but we also had his regiment come.
Okay, yep.
They did
they fired off a volley for us and everything like that.
So they were told period attire, and we had all that too. And
oh, that is wonderful.
Steps in with, howling music and the fog machine and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we had a
and then with the Gettysburg went ghost hunt.
Oh, we had
awesome.
We had bagpipers.
We had a bagpiper pipe us in and pipe us out and everything.
Oh, neat.
And we got married in an old, very gothic style crematorium in the cemetery.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, that is awesome. I bet you guys have awesome pictures too, right?
Yeah.
We got
oh my God. Oh yeah, I want to see. That is
a wedding that people would remember.
For sure.
People would,
and people still talk about it.
Yeah, they do.
Been right here.
Yeah, they do. That's awesome. No, it's your guys' day, and that's something that you guys are into together. I think that's great that got incorporated. That's awesome. And you guys share the same passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta threaten my kids to ground them for have them go out with me. Come on, taking away the phones. Let's go. But Mom, we don't want to stop at the cemetery.
No, we're going.
The other day, my daughter did ask me. It was a Sunday, and we were just kind of hanging out. And Mom, can we go to the cemetery? I about fell to the floor. What'd you just say to me? I was like, I'm already in the car. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
That is great.
We did that today after we left Lizzie Borden. We went over to the cemetery where the family plot is,
Oh, yeah.
Just to, pay respects after.
For sure.
Yeah. After sleeping in Andrew and Abby's bed all night and went to their home, we'll pay our respects.
Right.
So we did that too before we.
Neat.
I drive by a cemetery, I'm like, oh, look at that. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for answering my questions.
You're
well,
welcome.
thank you for having us.
Well, yeah, anytime.